Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, guys. So let's supercharge your manifesting process, building on the foundation of activating your Reticular Activating System, which is your RAS. So I'm going to talk about more of an advanced step-by-step manifesting method with added layers of alignment, intention and action for maximum manifestation power. So number one, get into alignment with your desire. So vibration matching. So everything you desire vibrates at a specific frequency. So you manifest by matching your energetic vibration to your goals. Because if you're not feeling it, you're not going to, if you're not feeling it and it's like getting that fire in your belly. You need to raise your vibrations to actually start seeing it come through. And you're going to be able to practice that by doing activities that make you feel joyful, abundant and at peace. High vibrations attract high vibration outcomes. This is really good if you do dance, meditate, laughing. I mean, I love to laugh. Exercise. I always talk about exercise, being a qualified personal trainer. When I'm feeling like low or flat and I'm feeling like my manifesting is just gone a bit funny, it might be that time of the month, exercise lifts my mood. I will get a playlist, I will get it on, I'll get listening to it, or listen to a podcast, like another manifesting podcast or just a random podcast, just something that's going to lift my vibrations and make me feel that I can achieve the highest outcome for myself that I possibly can. So I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, if I had what I desired right now, how would I feel and what would I think or do? So sometimes we have to really look within and ask ourselves these questions. So number two, use Future-Self Embodiment. So become the version of you that already has your goal. So get a journal. So write a day in the life of. So actually, I've actually seen this a while. I mean, I've kind of done this through ChatGPT. So because I've used it for various things or maybe asked it questions, you can actually ask it, this is what you want to achieve this year. How do I get here? So you might want to put in, I want to be a podcaster. I need to get my, Instagram following up. You can actually ask ChatGPT to create something for you. I've seen a lot of people doing it, and it can be broken down quite a lot, as long as you write what you really want. So, if you do struggle, if you are a bit more illiterate and you're not very good at writing, you can use your voice note, you can ask it questions or you could write notes, pop it in there and ask it to write something out. So this is my life. You might wake up in the morning, you might be relaxed, you might have brunch ready, might go out for brunch or meet up with the girls, you might go for a massage. You might be having a really good day at work. You think about all the things that you can do to mould your future self. And that's all I do all the time. I just think next week I want to do this, and it always happens. I think, I want to be busy with work next week. The last week I didn't want to be too busy with appointments because I've had a lot going on over Christmas, and I just needed a bit of time to catch up with myself. I know what I want. I know where my boundaries are. I like to time block. I still have my business to run, and I know how my life wants to look. I want to live in abundance. I want to be able to have self-care. I want to be able to go to a spa. I want to be able to have time with my husband and have meals at night. I want to drop my son off to school and pick him up as much as I can. I want to be able to take him to after school clubs. I want to be able to go networking. So I look at things what I want, what I know I need for my business, to grow my business, to attend, any activities that I need to. So you can write your script, and just, vividly describe how your life feels and flows when you've actually manifested your desire. So whatever you want to manifest, you might say, I want to manifest a house with lots of light coming in, you want a meadow. So I'm just being specific there. But you could then write, so in 6 months' time, I'm going to buy the dream house. I'm going to have a lovely new car on the drive. It's going to have really nice blinds. This is going to be the decor. I'm going to have a garden without overlooking neighbours. Just visualise what you want. Because if you don't actually ask the universe what you really want, or, it's like writing to your future self, you know what you want, but if you're not putting it out there, the universe isn't really sure on what you really want. So it can just it can drip feed you, bit parts of your life that want to, and it might just show up at different times. But if you want to, there's nothing wrong with writing a letter and looking at your future self and describing it and making it feel real, because even just writing it out becomes in touch and reach, and it makes you feel good. Imagine how all the chemicals in your body will rise to feel that I want to move out of maybe the house that you're living at. I want to go into a really nice loving relationship, and I want to be able to go out for a meal at the weekend. Just think about things what you want to manifest, and go into work every day and not have hassle, get a new job, get a promotion, to be able to buy a house with your promotion, or buy a new car, get a car investment. So write everything down. So just an example is, I wake up in my dream house feeling refreshed and full of gratitude. I check my messages, and new orders for my business have come in. My dream clients tell me how my work has changed their lives. It's like this with the podcast. I get people messaging me saying the podcast really helps me. And I never thought, I didn't really know what going into podcasting would entail. I just seen it and it seemed really exciting. I like to chat. I was a chatterbox at school. It was on my report card. If Lindsay did less chatting, she might do more or achieve more. Well, there we go. That was probably what has drove me for so many years to achieve. I've kind of proved a point, really. Because I think you can get stereotypes from where you have grown up. You're not supposed to achieve a certain, vocation, or, you're always going to have, it's our generations, you're always going to have people that are going to have an opinion on you. But who's to say that you can't build a little bit more class, a little bit more luxury into your lives? Even just having nicer things for you. I've just upgraded. I've done that over Christmas. I've upgraded. I've ordered some new pyjamas, even though I got some pyjamas, and even just ordered some new underwear, some new hair bubbles, some new hair products. Because what I was seeing is, I've got all my lovely hair products in the salon, or the name ones, and then I was in the house my husband bought me a Shark hairdryer, and then I thought, I'm not even using my proper products in my house. So I've double ordered. So I've got all my bed hair products, leave-in conditioner, shine spray, so I'm going to use all them and make sure I'm not, neglecting my hair. My hair's bleached, so, I need to look after my hair. So this is what I want. I've got a nice dressing unit, and I've got all my facial creams and my foot packs, and I'm sorting out my self-care cupboard with my self-care packs. So I know what I want. I want to be able to go in there and pick up a foot pack or a hand pack or foot scrub or a bath bomb, and to be able to go and have a bath whenever I want, or just have nice things, some nice slipper socks, not having holey socks and underpants and knickers and bras, and get rid of old bras, get some, that's my next on my list, because I like to wear t-shirt bras now, because I don't really go out loads. I have some really nice fancy ones, and they're more like t-shirt bras, and I love them, but obviously when you're washing them and you dry them, they can go a bit tatty. So my next on my list is going to upgrade that. So I'm visualising now, I'm going to order them. I know what I'm looking for. When they come, I'm going to chuck the other ones out. And then I'm going to feel good about myself. I ordered 2 top coats as well, long coats. I'd seen them. And I thought, when I go to these networking events, I always wear the same coat because it's cold. And I thought, no, I need to step into my big energy because I need to feel good and feel like I've got something new on, a new handbag, and all the things that are nice. You think, things that you pick out your bag, think, that this is nice. This is, you don't want to feel embarrassed when you're going anywhere and feeling a bit scruffy, and so all these little things. We deserve as mums to have these nice things. So upgrades mean so much for me because we can pop them into our future, into our plan, because you might not be able to afford them now, but there is a lot of things you can buy a lot cheaper. You don't have to go to the high-end designer. You can still buy nice clothes on the high street, online, Amazon, TikTok. There's so many lovely clothes out there. I mean, when we were younger, we didn't have like designer clothes. We always looked nice and clean. Our children now, my son has nice clothes than me because I just make sure that he's looked after. I think we always do that with our children. They always want the nicest trainers and things like that. But things are more accessible now than when our parents were younger because we've got online, we've got Klarna, we've got Pay Monthly, we've got, cheaper outlets that we can buy clothes. We only had a certain amount of clothes when we was younger. And an advanced visualization would be before bed or in a deep meditation state, step into this future self like you're walking into a new identity. So feel as if it's your reality. So breathe. Does it smell of fresh paint? Wax melts. I love wax melts. My next door neighbour, she's always popping wax melts over the fence for me. And my house always smells lovely. I have electric burners. I've got just candle burners, and I just love to, it makes my house smell amazing. So visualization, things like if you get a new house, what it's going to smell like, what it's going to look like. And I like nice lamps. I like just anything dim and relaxing. I try to make each room comfortable for my liking and what I want, and that will help you with meditation. Have a corner of your house for you, especially if you've got children or more than one child. You can really lose your identity when you become a mum, and you can lose the nice things. You might have to give a room up. See, my spare room downstairs, so it is like a bedroom, but I've turned it into my gym, my studio. Then I've got my studio outside, but I've kind of taken over this room. My husband, just as long as I'm happy. Everything, it could have been a really nice another cinema room, but he's got what he wants in the living room, and he can use the gym room as well. And this is what I'd visualised. I visualised this, and I even said to him the other day, I think I'm running out of office space. So I have asked him to make me, I visualised it, and I said, this is what I want. I want to add more wood over the top, make it a little bit bigger. Just give me a little bit more space for my, my recording gear. And he's like, right, well, just let me know what you want. I'll go and get the wood, I'll make it, and I'll put your shelf up if you want, and something to put your printer on. And he's like, you've just got too many things. I'm like, I know. So I think we can visualise something so hard. And I always end up making it an achievement because I'm lucky that my husband will help me, achieve some of these dreams. Like with my salon, I visualised it, what it would look like, what it would smell like, and even he said it just smells the same as when it were, and the wallpaper, and even my mum chose to help me choose the wallpaper, and it was actually everything that I was thinking about. So it's just having that. We all should be able to deserve what we desire, and it doesn't always have to have an expensive price tag on that. So number 3, activate scripting magic. So write down your manifestations in the past tense as if they've already happened. So example, instead of I want to make 10k a month, right, I'm so grateful now that I make 10k a month doing what I love. This primes your RAS and subconscious mind to believe it's already true. I have changed my passwords, everything on my phone. It's really good that you can do this to whatever you're desiring. So every time you put a password in, unless you've got face recognition, anything that you're thinking, whatever you want to desire a month. If we just say, I want to, it's hard sometimes because we could still be saying that in 2 years. Just talk about it till it's coming. It's like leaving that door ajar for the manifestations to just trickle through. And if you are ready to accept that money every month, then the universe will bring it to you. You might not want that much of it, but I'm just saying, for instance, because a lot of people now, as you can see online, want to everything's got a really expensive price tag. When did things become so expensive? Like, as in like coaching hours, and people are always making other coaches feel inadequate, that they aren't charging enough for their services. Just do what you feel is best, and you will change things up accordingly. Don't worry about what other people are doing. It's really hard mindset around money, but you can make it work. You can start, as you gain your confidence and you get more experience, you'll start to charge more. Do start as you mean to go on. I wish I'd have done this in the hairdressing, but I put my prices up as I've gone along. But I charge more for podcasting, one-to-ones and publishing and the coaching, because it's different. It's a different expertise and a lot of cognitive, information going in, a lot of coaching and training and communication, rather than just seeing a client for a 1 to 2 hour appointment. So number 4, the energy clearing and letting go process. We all need to do this. So release any resistance, or clear any energy blocks or limiting beliefs that opposes your desires, because using journaling or EFT tapping to process doubts like, what if it doesn't happen, or I don't deserve this, then we need to use journaling and the EFT to then declare, I release all that no longer serves me and fully open to receiving. So I'll say that again. I release all that no longer serves me and I'm fully open to receiving, because we might just have barriers up there. I love EFT. I don't teach this, but I do it. I have had I've worked with different coaches before. I've got a lot of friends that do it. It's lots of information online, so we can really work on this. You just find what's best for you and have a look in your area. I know people, if you want to get into that, I know people that teach this. So it's really good to just look at different things. If you need to release, you might have some really deep-rooted issues and trauma that really needs working on. And it's not just going to be, it's easy for me to say, like, do this, do that, because you don't know what you're opening yourself up to, because there might be trauma that's you've not really worked with yet. So that could be a block. It could be, there's even things like when we hoard foods in our cupboards, and up underneath your cupboard you might have lots of beans and tins in your cupboard, and then underneath you've got bleaches. I think because when you get older, we end up being able to afford things more, and then we hoard them. So this is definitely like a belief of when you are younger, from your parents and grandparents, if they've not had a lot of money, and then, when you know that you can buy more, we end up just collecting things. So there's such a lot of psychology around that. It's just like you can go down a rabbit hole with that. So, releasing, making sure that you're getting rid of like energy blocks. And if we're using things like, what if this doesn't happen, and I don't really deserve this, then it's not going to happen. So we need to really work on that. So we're working with affirmation, working on you. These are the things that we have to tackle first before we start manifesting. There's no point manifesting if, it's manifesting love, but then if you say, well, actually, I'd rather be single for 6 months, if it comes along, you're not going to meet anybody, because the universe, you kind of just said, well, it's not really my focus, it's not really what I want, I'm not ready. So there's no point getting into a relationship if you're not going to be ready, because that relationship isn't going to be aligned. You're going to make the wrong choices, and you're just going to follow the crowd, and, it's that social pressure of what other people are doing, that, you should be in a relationship. So if you can't be on your own, you need to ask yourself why. So work on you. Just even doing manifesting, it might sound silly me saying this, but it's like a relationship. You've got a relationship to a modality that's going to help you succeed. And if you're not successful when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's funny that my husband is the only person that has got me and doing what I'm doing. I've been able to open myself up. He might not really get what a lot of that I'm doing. He knows it makes me happy. A happy wife is a happy life, and he's happy, and he looks after me, I look after him. So he knows this works. He's seen it works, in the proof in the pudding. And we've got a nice, comfortable life together, and good energy all the time. If we're in victim mode, it's not going to work. If we're sulking, you've got to have really good foundations, really good communication with each other, because it's really hard. Like when you are manifesting and then you're with someone who's really, really negative, I always say to people, I'm going to be straight with you when I'm coaching people, that you're going to struggle to manifest what you want to, because your partner is then at home skitting you, saying, oh, this manifesting rubbish and this woo-woo and this doesn't work. And so then you start to self-doubt, there's no belief there, and you need support, and the universe is just going to back off completely. So we don't want that as well. The letting go practice, so surrender to the universe, say, this or something better is already mine. Trust that how is not your job. Focus on aligning and acting. So number 5, quantum leap manifesting. Write 10 powerful statements that affirm your desired reality and say them every morning with feeling. So for example, I am a 6-figure entrepreneur living in total alignment. My dream life is unfolding effortlessly every day. Or opportunities flow to me like magic and I act on them with ease. So just words that are positive. They've already happened. They've already come through for you. You might not want to be as ambitious as that. You might be just starting out your business, but who said we can't be ambitious? You don't have to tell people what you're writing. Just write these down, get them on your vision board, put them all around your house. I have a little corner and I write things down and screw them up, especially if I'm manifesting, and then I look and think, oh, I've actually manifested that and need to take that out. So affirmations, print them off, write them in your phone, or go onto Canva, make some nice artwork, print them off on your phone, cut them out and stick them somewhere. It's, nobody's going to see them. Put them on your fridge and then, get some hints going around the house. Sometimes if you portray that on somebody that might be open to manifesting with you, put it out there. And if somebody knows what your desire is, sometimes you can actually get on the same page as the other person. So pair these affirmations with deep breathing, inhale confidence, and exhale doubt. So number 6, combine different techniques into a daily ritual that reinforces your focus. So we need to create your manifestation ritual. So I've talked about this many times, but I'm just going to cover it again. So morning routine, start with gratitude, journaling, affirmations, and visualization. Manifestation meditation, or we can use like beats or meditations, or just something that's going to burn. Using subliminals, go to bed to subliminals. You can find them for free. You can get them on Spotify, or you can buy them online as well. Nighttime journaling, before bed, script 3 things that went well that align with your goals and what you're excited to manifest, and it'll help you do your SMART goals as well. Number 7, use the power of energy amplifiers. So manifestation playlists, create a high vibe playlist of songs that make you feel empowered and abundant. And like I've said loads of times on the podcast, use crystals like citrine, pyrite or rose quartz to amplify your manifestation energy, and place them near your journal or during meditations, or do what I do and pop them down your bra. Just remember at night when you take them off and they nearly smash your shower, because mine just go at night, and my husband's like, what's that? I'm like, oh, my crystal. Completely forget. Sometimes I've got 2 down there if I'm feeling like full of energy. So a manifestation anchor. So choose a physical reminder. It could be a ring, a bracelet, a specific object that symbolises your goal. So every time you touch it, feel it into your energy. So I've got like a bracelet, and it's got it's a protective bracelet, and just feel it. Sometimes I put a bit of essential oil on that, because we're training our brain on what we want. So always have something. Sometimes I'll just nip in and get my crystal, feel my crystal. It's really hot sometimes, pop that down there. Or, I've got like little angels around my house. So go and get some different things and pop them in your car, pop them all over the place, in my dressing gown pocket. So I've got different things, different places. So you can always remember something, can't you? They always say, Ty, if you forget something, you want to remind yourself of the next day, you'd write on your hand, or you do something where you think, oh, I've got to remember that. So just think about objects that will help anchor this. And Number 8, give your desire time. So think of manifestation like planting a seed. Just because you can't see the roots doesn't mean it's not growing. So trust divine timing. This is really important, and allow things to align perfectly. The delay often means an even better outcome is on its way. And we need to be patient because we can't have everything at once. Because when I see a lot of people like when they like maybe trying for families and it doesn't happen straight away, and I always look on the positive side. If there's no fertility issues, I always say to people, you always seem to be either not with the right person or it's not the right time, because you might not really be in a good financial place, you might be having problems in your relationship, financially. So I always think, when you are trying to manifest a really deep desired outcome like that, then make sure that your health, wealth and happiness is in a really secure place, and then you watch the manifesting take place. And obviously there's always different routes about, around, starting a family or raising our financial status. So yeah, number 9, the reciprocity rule. So manifesting works best when you give what you want to receive. So if you want abundance, offer value, kindness and generosity to others without expecting anything in return. So practice, ask how I can make someone's day brighter or easier. And I know this is hard if you do this a lot. I always offer support and help and so much kindness, and sometimes you don't always get that when it maybe comes to your family, or you might get it from strangers more than anything, but sometimes we want it from the people that are close. Well, I'm happy when I'm giving or doing things for the people or offering support. It really makes me feel more abundant, and I do, obviously subconsciously, you want to be a good person, you want to show kindness in the world, and you want people to make see you as a really good person. And we always want to support the people, and we should care and love and nurture, our friends and neighbours. I'm all about that anyway. So our last one is number 10, anchor your manifestations with gratitude. So gratitude is a manifesting multiplier. So actively thank the universe for what you have already got and for what's coming. And at the start of the day, I want you to get your journal and I want you to write, I am so grateful for ... your current blessings. And I am so grateful that, let's talk in future manifestations, are now unfolding for me. And we see it when we put the pen to paper, it becomes a reality. So multitask manifesting. So while doing everyday chores, laundry, dishes, repeat affirmations in your mind, we can dream. We all dream a life that we want better. We might want super better. We might just want to be happy, abundant. We've got money, we've got food. And, just use your daily triggers to tie your affirmations or visualizations to routines, habits, like just, brushing your teeth and doing your exercise, to do things as you do. Make it into like a compound habit stack of, manifestation tools and, bring it all together. So by combining focus, action, belief and alignment with these practices, you'll be an unstoppable manifesting force. So trust that what's meant for you is already yours, and you're just simply drawing it in faster. So that's a little bit more. I wanted to cut that one down because sometimes it can get really heavy manifesting. So it's really good to listen to the first one and then listen to this one, and then you can take it to the next level. Because if anything, you're a beginner to something, you want the next level. So how can I make that better? Because when you start manifesting, you just think, well, this is easy, I'm doing my journaling, manifesting. Then we start introducing affirmations and subliminals and crystals and visualization. So it's good that we've got an extension on everything that we do. And if we are living and breathing, manifesting, and people can probably get sick of me now saying manifesting, but I can't imagine my life without it now. And if I didn't, I think about when you're younger, I see people online now moaning and complaining online about certain things, and it is easy to do that. And I think, Lindsay, don't do it. Don't fall down that rabbit hole, because as soon as you start to moan, I'm skinned, I've no money, I've not been paid right this month, it just gets worse. Everything else around you, we can all agree, feels worse. If we see the happiness and joy in everything, we can change the outcome next month on what we're not happy about. There's only us that can change everything we do. We all upgrade. You think about your first job. I think about my first job, and I've had so many jobs where I've up-leveled and I've grown, and yeah, it's just crazy everything that I've done. I always thought to myself, I do a lot. Why do I do all this? Is it going to take me somewhere? Why am I learning all this information, these qualifications? And it's led me to teach about manifestations, how to, doing the book and the podcasting. I never would have thought 3 years ago I would be teaching people and have a website and talking about setting up a podcast and talking about business. I always had it in me to do that, but manifesting has given me confidence because I know that it works, and I've seen people listen to the podcast and do everything on the podcast, and they've just, honestly, their lives have just changed, especially if you're new to it all. If you've got people that are positive, that are going to uplift you, and you're going to take something away from a podcast, then, I feel like I'm doing something right, and, get more listeners, more engagement, and, I'm in it. I love it. I enjoy doing this no matter what, the podcast. I'm chatty. I'm not chatting here. I'm chatting to my clients, and so, yeah, it's all good. So anyway, I'm going to go. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and happy manifesting. I'll see you later. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you feel inspired to take action and manifest the life you deserve. Don't forget to come and join me over on social media and Instagram at Busy Mums Fitness Corner for more tips, motivation and behind the scenes. And also be sure to check out my books on Amazon. They're designed to help you manifest your dreams and grow. And if you're ready to take the next step and work with me, you can head over to my Linktree for all the details. Let's make magic happen together. So until next time, keep manifesting and stay amazing.